Find them attractive?
Yeah.
You can hook up with someone in the first night if you find them attractive.
Yeah.
How long until you cook for a guy?
Bro, they better be my fucking husband.
Boyfriend, husband, I gotta f with him heavy.
No premarital cooking?
No.
Why would you wait until marriage for that?
Because you cannot give any bitch anything or they'll use you.
I agree, yeah.
Why does cooking seem more extreme than sex?
Like, if you're sentimental.
Cooking is more sentimental.
Yeah. Like anybody can.
Anybody can.
Not everybody can eat my shrimp Alfredo.
Wow.
God told us to start a Christian nightclub in Los Angeles. It's a...
He did not tell you that, gang. He did not tell you that, gang. No, he didn't. No. He did not. Please. Enough of the cap. I can't handle any more cap anymore in this life. You just need to stop capping for once. This is crazy. He did not tell you that. What day of the month was it that he told you this? Come on. When? Just give me time. Give me a day of time. Was it in the evening? Was it when you were having breakfast? I want to hear it. I don't want to hear this bull crap. Because he didn't tell you that. You don't speak to him like that. You don't have his number. You don't speak to him like that. It's over. Bye.
God told us to start a Christian nightclub in Los Angeles.
Yeah!
It's the best place to meet friends, make community, and just vibe with other believers in LA. Having our next event on Friday, April 24th. Sign up on the wait list. It's free, and we'll see you there.
Yeah!
Shalom, I want to start this off by giving honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, Wahara Kakwadash. Double honors, salutations, and peace and blessings to the enlightenment of Israel, starting with the elder apostles and elder bishops of the Great Millstone Church on down to the rest of you brothers and brothers I labor with, who all push forth the will and doctrine of Yahweh, Bashim Yahweh Shai, in all faith, truth, and sincerity, according to the true understanding of the scriptures. Shalom. Shalom also to you sincere brothers, listeners, a few sincere sisters that are all looking to repent and turn back to the Lord, take heed to what His Word says, and put off the old, wicked ways, and put on a new, a new body, new spirit, if you will, right? Looking to take hold of the Lord's, blood, right? And not going on to just live a lascivious life, just being idle, being wicked, like what you see in all these videos. To all of you, I say shalom. And speaking of such, these videos that came across, this shit it's crazy, And a few scriptures had came to mind, so I just wanted to speak on these videos, because this first one, which is what you see on the screen right now, like, shit don't make any fucking sense, like the scriptures say, in Psalms 82, in verse 5, it says, "They know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the earth are out of course." You see? And this is the estate of everybody on the face of the earth, and more specifically our people, right? They don't have a lick of understanding and knowing what's right from wrong, what's wrong from right, The earth has been given into the hands of the wicked, so they go on to push wickedness like it's righteousness, Isaiah 5:20 go on to mention that, right? It says, "Woe to them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, that put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter." You see? It says, "Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight." You see? The state of these people, and for damn sure these women, because what this really going to go into is going to go into these women. The state of these women completely gone. Women don't know how to actually be women. I can't even call them women because they not. The women of our nations who are supposed to be princesses aren't even fucking princesses. They like damn pirates. It's just like acting on us crazy, but the scriptures are just, you know, they're living. You're able to see the scriptures, you know, like really manifesting within, you know, within these times in front of your eyes. You know, you can't deny it, you can't run away from it. It's clear to see. You know, it's terrible. It's terrible to see the state of our women. Our women are so quick to give their body faster than they are to cook a meal. It's just like completely asinine. And then on top of that, then you got it's like Satan did a number. You know, it's crazy, but that's why we need the Lord. It's completely why we need the Lord. You know. But what was I gonna say? You got these women, like how you see in the second and third video was basically just a accumulation of the same, you know what I'm saying, sentiment from the same person, you know. And I seen another one too where the same bride talking about, you know, God told her to start a nightclub, which is like it's completely not true, you know. And this world, they don't know who God truly is, you know. And these are the clear telltale signs to see that they don't know who the true God and His only begotten Son is, right? Which is Yahweh, by Hashem in the name, right? Yahweh Shai, you know. And these so-called Christians, they don't read scripture, so they don't know nothing, you know, and they just constantly still believe in this lie that the wicked go on to push forth, you know. They push for women to be completely outside the fucking house. They push for women to preach the word, right? Doing everything that's outside of what the scriptures say, you know. Usurping authority over the man. Like the video I seen, it was like that woman. It's like she the main one talking, and she got some effeminate ass dude that's with her. So supposed to be her boyfriend or husband, whoever the dude is. You know what I'm saying? Going right along with this wicked ass shit. Like, where are the scriptures to prove this? You know? Like, it says in the 8th chapter, Isaiah 8:20, it says what? To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. You see? So you talking about the Lord told you, like you giving a testimony, you going on to speak about, you know, a specific encounter, but yet you're not speaking according to the law. You're not speaking according to the Lord's word. Because there's specific scriptures that go completely against this shit, you know? So, again, they know not, neither will they understand. They walk on in darkness. All the foundations of the world is out of course. The earth is out of course, you know? It's just crazy. But, what do I want to get first? Keepers at home. I'm going to start with this one. Let me see. Yeah. I'm going to just start from the top. This is Titus 2, verse 1. It says, but speak thou the things which become sound doctrine. You see? None of the shit that they talking about is sound doctrine. All these women just out here being idle, being going on to abuse themselves. Ultimately, just being pulled any which way by Satan. You know, the devil done did such a great work. He done tricked women into thinking abusing themselves is liberating, is good for them, and it's not the case. You know, they're not speaking no liquor, no word, no how, no way. Where in the Bible do it say to do some goofy ass shit like this? It don't. It's despicable to see, you know. But this why the Lord got to come back and wreck shop. That's why he got to clean the slate, purge and purify everything, put righteousness back in, you know, the forefront. Righteousness is gonna come back in style, and that's gonna be through Yahweh Bashim Yahushai and the elect men. You know. So, I guess it's but speak thou the things which become sound doctrine, that the aged men be sober, grave, temperate, sound in faith, in charity, and patience. It says, and this is where we start to get to the point, but the point going to be in verse 5. It says, the aged woman likewise, that they be in behavior as becometh holiness. It says, not false accusers, not given to much wine, teachers of good things, you see, that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love. You see, it says that they may teach the young women, right? All the divisions you just seen is young women, right? So the aged women, right, being like mothers, aunties, whatever, you know what I'm saying? The older women, nonetheless, grandmas, right, Mima, or whoever, right, granny and them. The aged women, they supposed to be going forth to be examples and teaching that example, right? A righteous example. It says that they may teach the young women to be sober, to love their husbands, to love their children, right? To be discreet. It says chaste, keepers at home. You see? Keepers at home. You're supposed to keep your ass in the house. Good, obedient to their own husbands, that the word of God be not blasphemed. You see? What does that word discreet go into? It says careful, right? Circumspect, cautious. It says close-lipped, closed mouth. Man. Yeah, that's exactly that's exactly how they're supposed to be. It says considerate, right? Prudent, wise, sensible. That shit ain't make no fucking sense. Jake talking about, he said premarital cooking or premarital sex. They talking about sex over the cooking. Crazy. They through. It says unobtrusive, inconspicuous, low key. You see, soft, restrained. None of the women have any type of restraint. You just going with what the flesh tell you to do. That's exactly how you go to hell the fuck off. That's exactly how Eve went the hell the fuck off. Start listening to a whole nother way of thinking, a whole nother understanding, a whole nother doctrine. Just because it's readily accessible and it's out here and shit. Fuck that. Now I get, real quick, the other scripture I had. 1 Timothy 6 and 5 or 5 and 6. Yep. This is 1 Timothy 5 and verse 6. It says, "But she that liveth in pleasure is dead while she liveth." You see? You have specific duties that you're supposed to uphold. You being in pleasure, you doing something completely outside of where you're supposed to be at. You dead because you not with the one that's to give you life, that gives you light. That's your husband. You know, like you hear the discussion of women trying to talk about the mom being the more important one because she's the one that bear the kids, but you are able to bear the kid without the man's seed. Your body constantly dies, in a monthly cycle, versus a man. A man is always creating life, consistently and constantly, always creating life. How is that the case? That's through a man's nuts. So a man has life. A man puts life in you. Scriptures also talk about, I'm gonna grab that too, right? Abuse yourself. Yep. Man. Yeah, I'm gonna just keep this to the point, not to be long-winded. This is Sirach 26 of verse 9. It's a great chapter too, but it says, "The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and eyelids." Right? You can see it in a woman's eyes. It's like you can see the Jezebel spirit that be in them. They not innocent. They not pure. They not humble. They not submissive. None of these things. They not feminine. They like sexual succubus. I want to see what that word go into. It just came up. Yeah, this is a succubus is a mythological female demon that seduces men in their sleep to feed on their vital energy. Shit. That made me think of this Jake. He was having a conversation with a bride, and she had called herself a succubus, and he was like, "You're a demon." Like it is, like that's exactly what that shit is. That's exactly how these women are. They whole demons. Completely whole demons. And that feeding on the vital energy, that's why women, you look at the women today, they constantly are using and abusing men. They take advantage of men, good men. A lot of brothers that's in the truth, a lot of men that outside of the truth have gone through it. You know what I'm saying? All men have gone through it. They drain you of your energy. That's why scriptures say what? Give not that strength. Proverbs 31 verse 3. It says, "Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings." You see? You look at you look at different men throughout the scriptures, right, and how they fell, and in a lot of cases it was due to a woman. Samson and Delilah, David and Bathsheba, you got a slew of different accounts, many. That's why you see the scriptures talk so heavily about women. More specifically, that's Iraq 26, right? So jumping back to continue that, right? It says, verse 10, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly. You see? So a woman that don't give a fuck, and that's like how it's saying, grab it real quick, Isaiah, what is that, 3? It might be 6. Let's say, they hide it not. Yeah, yep. This is Isaiah 3 and verse 9. It says, the shoe of their countenance doth witness against them. And that's beautiful because, again, you can see it within their their haughty looks and eyelids. You see? It says, the shoe of their countenance doth witness against them. Right? Those haughty looks in their eyelids. You know, that whorish look. Right? It says, they declare their sin as Sodom. They hide it not. Woe unto their soul. Woe unto their soul. For they have rewarded evil unto themselves. Right? And this is really the state of all these people. You know, starting with the wicked. You know, the wicked of our people is the wicked of the wicked of Esau, Edom, which is the true wicked. You know, the top of the elite. You know what I'm saying, of wicked. You know, that wicked that's being referred to in regards to who the earth has been given into the hands of. You know, Esau, Edom, starting with the elite banking families, the ones that run the program behind closed doors. You know, the elder Apostle Gabar, he was going into it. I know he had mentioned another brother had went into it as well. I believe it was the brother from Canada. One of the brothers, I forget the name, forgive me, but brother had did a lesson. Responded to the elder Apostle Kabar's lesson where he had brought out, you know, an interview between Aaron Russo and him talking with Nick Rockefeller, you know, going on to talk about, you know, the purpose of why they created, women's liberation, you know, which was all to destroy our people, destroy the household, destroy the family structure of how things are supposed to be, and to constantly keep us more enslaved. You know, this shit is crazy. This is completely how the earth is out of course, but this is exactly why we need the Lord. You know, it says they have rewarded evil unto themselves. This is the state of this world. This is all evil shit. They rewarding it to themselves, thinking this shit's good, and it's only destroying them more and more. You know, but it says, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly, lest, is the point, she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. You see? Through overmuch liberty. That's that women's liberation shit. And it's all facade, it's all bullshit, because you supposed to be with your man and your husband, the one that's supposed to protect you and guide you and make sure that you're not going on to abuse yourself. Right? The brother Padah, he had mentioned it, you know, last week or the week before. And you've heard many brothers in the truth go on to mention it, you know. But a man, I believe the Apostle Tahara even mentioned it too, not too long ago, fairly recent. But a man takes on the duties of a woman's father when she's given to him. You know, that's why it's supposed to be a father choosing your husband, because he finds a man that is in likeness, one that is able to one that is able to take care of his daughter just as he has, to take on that responsibility just as he has. So that way, shit ain't nothing new. You already know what the program is. You already know what the deal is, and you go follow suit. But the men out of course, it's the same with the women. So everything, you know what I'm saying, all out of whack. Again, the whole earth is out of course. So men ain't in the house how they supposed to, you know, and that's the curses, right? Just like the women continue to go on to abuse themselves, you know? And the same chapter going to more too. Yeah, 12 is good, but I'm gonna get, I said 32. We're gonna come back here, but I wanna grab that curse. It's been a minute since it's been brought out. By myself, I should say. But I believe it's like 50 something. 50. Yeah. This is Deuteronomy 28 and verse 54. It says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil toward his brother, and toward the wife of his bosom, and toward the remnant of his children, which he shall lead. You see? Who's known for having their fathers not being present in their lives? It's Jake. You know, you so-called Negroes, for damn sure. You can even say because really it's all of Israel. You know, you see it all throughout Israel. But I was gonna say, you can see it in a different way with Northern Kingdom. Cause yeah, though their fathers may be in their lives, their fathers is never present because they constantly slaving to take care of the house, but never really there or present or active in their daughters' lives to make sure that they are on point and they not just going on to abuse themselves, not letting the world affect their household to where they're not they daughter just abusing themselves and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit's just crazy. Let me see. Yeah, that's the point, you know? So now we go here. This is Isaiah 32 and verse 9. It says, rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters. Give ear unto my speech. It says, many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women. For the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. You see? And you women, you gonna consistently be in this deady state. Even the women that's thinking this is, you know, this is they world and this is their freedom and this is their liberation and shit. Like, everybody know this shit's fucking dead. You know? But it says what? Verse 11. Right? It says, tremble ye women that are at ease. Be troubled, ye careless ones. Strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins. You women, you may not be trembling now in this moment, and you got a few that are. And really, I say it better like this: the women know in their hearts, with, you know what I'm saying, they inward, they know. They trembling. Everybody seeing this shit. This shit's it's on its way out. These women completely out of course, not knowing how to be women. But when all hell break loose and you ain't got no more safety and all the bullshit, effeminate bitch ass men that these women get with when they die, right? Who they gonna be going to? They gonna be going to the elect men, the men of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. That's who they gonna be going to. So you wanna be in the spirit of trembling now, to get your mind right. And that go for you men as well too, making sure that you get your mind right to not be one of those men that's gonna die, but be one of those men that's gonna live. You know, be one of those men that the Lord gonna have in his safety, his protection, under his protection. You know. Isaiah 4 and verse 1, it says, "And in that day 7 women shall take hold of one man, saying, We will eat our own bread and wear our own apparel. Only let us be called by thy name to take away our reproach." You see? This is what the estate, this is what's going to happen. It's on its way. You starting to see that shift in women and how they start acting, because they seeing this shit not all, sugar, spice, and everything nice as they thought it was. They starting to realize they can't have their cake and eat it too. Not being wicked like this. It says, in that day shall the branch of the Lord be beautiful and glorious, and the fruit of the earth shall be excellent and comely for them that are escaped of Israel. You see? And that's the estate that we trying to be in, right? To be that Israel that escapes. Those that make it on to receive the Lord's salvation. Those that don't get got up or caught up and got, Those that took the time to get the oil, it's like how it's saying Matthew 25. Yeah, it is spiritual too. Matthew 25, the 5 wise and 5 foolish virgins. It says, "Then shall the kingdom of heaven," Matthew 25 and 1, "then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom." Right? And the bridegroom is synonymous with Yahushua. That bridegroom is Yahushua. Right? It says, "And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish." It says, "They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them." Right? And that oil is this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. That oil is his word. That oil is having Yahweh's spirit in you. Right? Cleaving onto his wisdom, obeying him, getting yourself right how you need to, being a good representation of the bridegroom, of Yahweh. It says, "But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps." It says, "While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight, there was a cry made." You see, midnight, that being, the moment where everybody least expect, Midnight being the moment where everybody got their guard down, if you will, because you asleep, right? It says, "At midnight, there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps." You see? It's like you getting rid of excess. You getting rid of the extra shit that ain't needed. The shit that's getting in the way, right? The things that you don't need, that could get in the way, that could hold you back, that could prevent you from being able to receive the salvation. The things that be of the world, the things that be of wickedness, or that could lead to wickedness. the things that could lead to you abusing yourself. Because we like we liken onto the Most High's wife, you know. So just in likeness, right? That's how you women supposed to be, you know. Ain't no coincidence why this is a parable of, you know, virgins to a bridegroom, to a husband, 10 at that, you know. But you had those 5 that took heed, that got themselves right, and constantly showed themselves to be good wives, faithful, right? Taking care of the house, taking care of themselves, taking care of the responsibilities that were given to them versus the other ones that weren't. You see? It says, verse 8, and the foolish said to the wise, unto the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. You see? They didn't take the time to get themselves prepared, having the oil. It says, but the wise answered, saying, not so. Lest there be not enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. It says, and while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. So if you're not ready and prepared, if you're not in position how you're supposed to be, if you're not acting right, if you just going on to just basically go outside of the natural natural use of yourself, right? Because again, a woman is meant to serve her husband. The woman was made for man, not the man made for woman. The woman was made for man to be his helpmate, to help him, to be a servant of him. So if you're not doing that to your husband, you completely out of your wits. You completely out of your position. It says, afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for ye know neither the day nor hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. You see? So we don't know what hour or day that the Lord gonna come back, but we do have His word. We do have the oil, right, to help us measure the time, right? And then I believe it's Psalms. Is it 90 and 9? No, what am I thinking of? Is it 91? No, what am I? It's Psalms 109. Psalms 119 and 105. I knew it was something with the 9 and the 5, but the whatever verse from outside. This is Psalms 119 and verse 105. It says, thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. You see? The way that you keep a lamp going, right? And this time we're referring to the tools that they had. You had that oil. Now, oil is His word. It's wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. So you want to take the time not to be living in fucking pleasure, right? Not gadding the fucking bride, right? It says what? Sirach 25 and 25. Give no water. It's like you give the water no passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to get a bride. You see? And these women are wicked because they not following, as it said in the book of Titus, the 2nd chapter. Right? They not following 1 Peter, the 3rd chapter. They not following what is it, 1 Timothy 2. Right? I don't want to butcher that. But again, this word is the light. Is it 2 and 9? Yeah, yep. It says, I'm going to read it. 1 Timothy 2 and verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves of modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety, not with broidered hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array. You see? You're not looking to be overly flashy. You again, you're supposed to be looking to be discreet, right? Low key. All right, you're not looking to be out here like a clamorous woman. It says, but which becometh women professing godliness with good works. It says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Right? It says in the NLT, women should learn quietly and submissively. It says, but I suffer, verse 12 back in the KJV, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. You see? It says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve. And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. You see? And that's why the scriptures say here, right? Same. Yeah. It says, Sirach 25 and 24, it says, of the woman came the beginning of sin, and through her we all die. And that's what this is. We're in 1 Timothy 2 and 14. Right? That woman being deceived, being Eve, right? Her being deceived is where the beginning of sin came from. Because she had the rules given to her. She chose not to listen. She went the hell off. So, again, take the time now to get yourself right. Put yourself back in position where you're supposed to be at. Get, what's the word? Stack up on that oil. The Lord's word of how you truly supposed to be. Not at no fucking Christian nightclub. Ain't nowhere in the scripture you gonna see that shit. A woman's supposed to be a keeper at home, right? Love her husband, being in subjection to her husband. Because a woman's role is to help her husband. How the fuck you gonna be helping him if you at a Christian nightclub? Shit asinine. Shit retarded. So that's pretty much the point. You know, you can go forever on this topic. You know, these women completely out of here. But you not the prize. The man is the prize. That's why I say what? Isaiah 13 and verse 12. It says, and I will make a man more precious than fine gold, even a man than the golden wedge of Ophir. That man is the treasure. That man is the one to be valued. Lord say what? Proverbs 8:4. It says, unto you, O men, I call, and my voice is to the sons of man. You see? So you're supposed to deal with your husband to be able to deal with the Lord. That's why you had it to where, who was it? It was Isaac He made intercession for Rebecca, right? For obviously, for those of you women that don't have a husband, you still do it with the Lord, but nonetheless, those of you that do, right, which really you should be watching this video, but nonetheless, it's still edifying. With you having a husband, you go to him. Ain't supposed to be no secrets being hid from your husband, cause he the one that's over you, that's protecting you. He your head, you go to your head. That's why Sarah called Abraham Lord, cause she understood. But a woman, she's supposed to, if she learn anything, she learned at home by her husband, right? Like I said, I can keep going, but I think it's like 30 something. Yeah. 1 Corinthians 14:34, it says, "Let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak." It says, "But they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law." You see? Under obedience to who? To your husband. It says, if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home. You see? So you are to learn the Lord at home, because you're supposed to be a keeper at home. You're supposed to, you learn through the things that you go through, the things that you deal with, all while within the home and taking care of the house, dealing with your husband and following how his word. When he put his foot down, he say this the standard. This is how things are supposed to go. This is how it's supposed to be. And you follow suit. Because do experience, do interactions, do activities, situations, scenarios. That's how the Lord's word is manifested. We gotta live it. We don't just speak it, we live it. So that's pretty much the point. I'm gonna leave it there. You know what I'm saying? But this world is out of course, and this is why we need the Lord. These are prime examples of why we need the Lord. Don't let your fucking woman get abroad. Don't let your daughters get abroad. Just be out here idle, because they gonna abuse themselves over having much liberty. So, Lord willing, this was edifying and exhorting to really you brothers, but also the sincere sisters, the few, that may watch this video, right? Because this is how you get closer to your salvation, simply put. So, with that, call on Allah, Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Wahawah Kakwadash. Till next time, so